Okay, so yeah, what about like this? A couple of these came up where they're asking me to do something like this. If you're taking, for example, a limit of cosecant x as x approaches pi from the right. Okay, we just go through this example. Let me, and you all probably seen it might have been a tangent, it might have been a cotangent, but you're dealing with stuff like this, right? The terminology, when we say right and left-handed limit, in a way I kind of object to that. I mean, not object to it, but there's a part of that that can be confusing. That always refers to on the real line, on a number line, right? So we're approaching, like if we were graphing a cosecant function on the x-axis, that would be out here at pi. The ant is walking towards pi from values bigger than pi, right? Does that make sense? Okay. So what about on the unit circle? Because that's really probably where we want to look at this. That's a pretty good circle. That's a special talent I have. So pi would be over here, wouldn't it? There's the angle pi, right? So as the ant is walking towards pi, from values of pi, from values of x bigger than pi, that's how I prefer to say this. As x approaches pi from greater values rather than from the right. Okay, and then we know what that means on both the number line and the unit circle. From greater values, that means the ant would be walking along the unit circle in that direction, right? Does that make sense? He's going backwards towards that point. Well, what would if I took a point that the ant's standing on very close to pi as he approaches pi, what would the coordinates be? His x-coordinate would be essentially -1, right? What would the y-coordinate be? Well, the y-coordinate would be 0 minus. Yeah, everybody see that? Because it's going to be it's below the x-axis a little bit, right? And so the answer then would just be (1/0 minus, which is -infinity. Everybody see that? Okay. So think of it, instead of from the right or the left, think about it as approaching a value from greater or lesser values. Okay. And on the unit circle, that's particularly helpful. Okay. All right. I won't take up any more of your time. Back to work.